the Pacific 250 or 300. This awning comes in both depths, so it's ideal for touring or that longer period if you want that extra room, if you've got an extra large family. It comes with a fiberglass frame or a steel frame, the choice is yours. It's got many features. We've got a canopy with canopy poles, we have mosquito nets, we have regulator tabs, and many other features. Let me go through some of those features with you. While I'm actually stood outside here now, we've got the canopy. Now the canopy comes down here, down to the PVC. This actually helps keep the rain outside the awning when the door's open. But also the canopy itself, we have poles that slide through sleeves, gives you optimal tension when you erect the awning. And this fiberglass frame has easy clamp. It literally, there's no wing nuts. You pull the pole, give that tension, and you just lock it into position, making erecting this awning ever so easy. The regulator tab, I mentioned the regulator tab. As all Isabella awnings, we have a regulator tab. This is this white piece of material we call on all our awnings. Now there's a hole, there's 3 holes on this regulator tab, and the idea is that you put your spike of your foot into one of those holes. The spike that's on top of the canvas, on top of the pole, that goes through here. So when you tension up the pole, it locks the canvas onto the frame. So it's virtually impossible for that to come off because it's locked on. Also, because of the regulator tab, it will always give you the right height for pegging, because it dictates to you the height of your pegging rubbers. Now if you're on a pitch that's slightly sloping like that, you would use the low hole, the middle hole, the high hole, and that you'd still end up with an awning perfectly level. Mosquito net here on this panel here. On each panel there's our eyelets underneath the window where you can attach a rubber and some guy rope to give you that extra protection in high winds. The pegging rubbers themselves are very robust. If I take this one out here, you will see they're so easy to replace. If you do happen to lose one or break, they literally slide in from the back and you just pull like so. If we come on the inside of this awning, I'll show you some of the features. The first one being the fix-on bracket. Now this fix-on bracket is so easy to fit onto the actual awning rail. The beading that slides to the caravan, it just slides round. There's an internal rail that's sewn on to the actual awning. And these fix-ons just simply clamp onto that rail, and that's what your pole connects to. Now the fix-on here, I've taken one off. As you can see, you just open it up and you just clamp it onto the rail. That's easy. But also it has a feature, you have different size pads. So you can make this level by swapping these 2 pads over, or as I've stepped it there, or step it the other way. So depending on your awning rail, you get the best pressure against your caravan. So it's very, very easy to fit. As I said, this has got a mosquito net on this side, and on that side it's just a plain window, but you need a mosquito net for that ventilation. Helps with condensation and everything. But there's a door on this panel here, and there's a door on the opposite side. If I wish the door to be here, all I have to do is unzip this panel and swap them over, and the door will end up here. So depending on your accommodation and your kids and your equipment, you can set up this awning however you wish. You can again put a veranda pole on this. This awning here, you can add so many different accessories to it. Sun canopies, a cozy corner, which we've done here. We do big canopies to go on, annexes to go on either side, left or right, and we did a nice and tall. And also the other thing I'm going to show you is a triangular wing. This triangular wing gives you good protection, stop the wind coming in here, and it's pegged alongside the caravan. But on the outside, which I will show you, is a bit unique. We have another triangle that's sewn onto the other triangle. Now this here has got beading on it, as you can see on this caravan, it's come out of the rail here. Okay, this could follow it around. It all depends on what caravan you've got, because they're all different. But what we can do here, if that follows your rail, it keeps the air in. It's a gusset to stop the wind coming in. But if you haven't got a rail down there, we just peg this triangle over here, peg it down, preventing wind and rain and water coming into there. This awning is perfect for touring and for permanent camping.